So finally, chapter 1114 of One Piece got released, Wings of Icarus, and immediately we see the reactions of the Marines to Vegapunk's revelation that the world is sinking. We even see Akainu's reaction and he looks very stoic. I'm not really sure why Akainu reacted in this way. I'm not sure if he knew that the world government is capable of sinking entire islands and causing global sea levels to rise, or if he's just very conflicted about his role in this entire thing, about his duty as a marine, and knowing that the world government is just a corrupt terrorist organization, basically. So, you know, props to you, okay? We also see Mocktown, the place where Luffy punched Bellamy, laughing basically at Vegapunk's words, saying that it's unrealistic for the world to sink. Obviously, Vegapunk is going to be disproving this within the next chapter, and we knew actually Vegapunk also predicted that most people would not believe him. We can also see one of the reactions from one of the shipbuilders way back in Water 7. He talked about it would be more believable if he said that Water 7 would sink and not the entire world. El Flamingo even reacts to the information with a conversation with Magellan, stating that they should probably find somewhere higher. And one of the key things that he mentions is that basically, if the global sea level rise by at least 5 meters, most urban areas around the world are basically screwed. So, just a single attack from the mother flame made the global sea levels rise by 1 meter. So, take that with a grain of salt, I guess. So, we also see Shirahoshi and King Neptune reacting in disbelief. It's very ironic because obviously, I think fishmen are the only real race in One Piece that are safe from this quote unquote world ending disaster. We can actually see that the five elders are getting desperate. They actually are willing to kill everyone on the island, kill every living being on the island just to stop this broadcast. Now, once again, obviously, Vegapunk predicted that most people would not believe him, and so he made a prediction before his death that due to the attack caused by the Mother Flame by destroying Leloucha, global sea levels will rise by 1 meter due to a massive earthquake. Now, obviously, how did Vegapunk knew that the Mother Flame was going to be used? Obviously, Vegapunk was the person who made the Mother Flame, so I'm pretty sure he's privy to a lot more information than we are at this point. And so this basically means that I think Vegapunk knew of the attack on Lelouch, or at least knew that the Mother Flame was going to be used to attack a certain island, and he predicted that if the world government does this, global sea levels will rise by at least 1 meter. We also see Aokiji safe and sound. This is very problematic because the last time we saw Aokiji, the Blackbeard pirates were surrounding Garp. So I don't know what happened to Garp. Is Garp dead? Is he imprisoned? Like, what is happening? We also see the Straw Hats continue to protect Robin, Nami, Chopper, and Usopp continue to protect Robin. Nami even used like a lightning strike to attack the side of Saturn's face, burning it off. Now, obviously, Saturn is an immortal, so I don't really know if this did even really any damage at all. So, Vegapunk mentions that he made the Mother Flame in an attempt to create an unlimited energy source for the world because if you remember at the start of the arc, Vegapunk mentioned that a lot of wars around the world are fought because of a lack of energy. And so Vegapunk basically wanted to make the world a better place by creating an unlimited energy source in the form of the Mother Flame. And I think he calls his creation of the Mother Flame a sin because due to the creation of the Mother Flame, the world government now has a weapon to destroy entire island. So that's his first sin. Finally, we see the Mother Flame in its full glory. It's basically a fire encased in a tube that is burning underwater. Now, guys, a lot of people on Twitter have actually mentioned that the Mother Flame looks eerily similar to the painting depicted on Skypia's walls, the thing that Lunarians were worshipping. I don't know if this technology already existed during the Void Century and Vegapunk was just able to recreate it, or he actually found the remnants of the Mother Flame and actually rebuilt it from those things. That's pretty interesting. We also see that the ancient robot is waking up and is walking around. The Marines mentioned that they can't do anything to damage it. I don't know if it's because the ancient robot is very strong, it's very durable, or it's just because the Marines that are attacking him are very weak. And we also see Saint Mercury, the boar, by the way, continuing to chase Luffy, Doring, and Broggy. We can also see that he can make flames and burn everything around him. One of the giants even mentioned it's actually very hot. Now, I think Mercury is the strongest of the five elders. I think he's like a better version of Kaido when you think about it. In terms of durability, he's tougher than Kaido. He's stronger than Kaido in terms of Conqueror's Haki, with the Conqueror's Haki roar, and he can make flames. So, obviously Kaido can also make flames, but I'm not sure if Mercury's flames are hotter, but but still worth it to be mentioned, I guess. We can also see that Vegapunk is currently discussing the Void Century. We see the reactions of the Celestial Dragons. They seem to be very they seem to be very agitated about the fact that Vegapunk is trying to say this to the world. Not sure if the Celestial Dragons, even ordinary Celestial Dragons, know about the Void Century. Because one of the Celestial Dragons actually is very confused about this fact. She doesn't actually know what happened during the Void Century. She doesn't even really know its existence. So I thought, because for a long time I thought only the five elders knew what happened during the Void Century, and a few key others. For example, Rayleigh's crew. I mean Roger's crew, like Rayleigh, the caretaker of Laboon, for example. Those few, only a few people actually knew the Void Century. So I'm not sure why the Celestial Dragons are so agitated about Vegapunk saying these things. We can also see Choo Choo way back in Orange Town, uh, with and the grandpa, the owner of Choo Choo, talking with his granddaughter, basically stating that the world government was formed with 20 kings. Obviously, we already knew this way back in Alabasta. The book mentions that his second sin is basically studying, and so how he studied the documents left behind by O'Hara to figure out what actually happened during the Void Century. We also see actually that Addison was able to move the clouds just a little bit, and so when the Sunny drops off the edge, they just drop off immediately onto the ocean and is able to escape. I'm not sure if Edison actually dies here, because if he, or is like a form of self-sacrifice, because that's going to be really sad, because I actually like Edison and a lot of the Vegapunks actually died in this arc. So seeing another one die is going to be really, really sad. Now, one of the most important reveals in all of One Piece. Now, basically, Vegapunk now confirmed the fact that Joyboy was once a person who existed during the Void Century. Basically, Vegapunk mentioned that he fought with a body that stretched like the sun god Nika of Elbaf that the giants worshipped. This is very interesting because it denotes one specific fact, that Joyboy and Nika are two separate entities. I think that because Vegapunk mentioned that devil fruits are made by dreams, by people dreaming up a future, humans wanting something more from themselves, that the giants' worship actually manifested in a devil fruit, and that is the mythical Zoan devil fruit, model Sun God Nika. Joy Boy ate this devil fruit and became the first Sun God Nika, or the first Joy Boy. And Vegapunk also mentions that this person is actually the first person to ever take off to the seas and become a pirate. So that was such an amazing revelation. We also see a bit of Imu's reaction to this. He doesn't actually say anything, but wow, guys. Anyway, that ends the chapter. I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys later.